Hello everyone and welcome back to my Let's Play Terraria series. A few things happened between episodes. While I was editing waiting for the videos to finish rendering from the last couple of episodes and other series, I wanted to work on my drop chute here. But to do that, I didn't want to use my crappy copper pick. I wanted to get a gold one. So I went caving a bit down some of the branches that I hadn't yet explored. Managed to find a bit of gold eventually after a while. After that, made my copper pick. Got down there, started digging. And not a minute after I started, a blood moon happened, and I have not gone over what that is. That is basically, it's a Zarg rush of mobs. It's a special event that happens occasionally after a trigger, after some progression point happens. I'm not quite sure what the progression point is. I think it's to do with health. That is my guess. But once that happens, you have a chance to get a blood moon during the night, and mobs have a greatly increased spawn rate. It basically changes their spawning rules. Right now you can see there's nothing spawning around my house. And if there was, they wouldn't be able to open the doors. During a blood moon, lots and lots of stuff will be spawning, and they can open the doors. I'm not sure if they can open metal doors or just wooden ones. I don't quite know how that works. If they can open both, that doesn't sound like there's very much use for the metal doors, but again, I don't know about that. Anyway, another interesting thing that happens during Blood Moon, there's quite a few things that happens during that, including different stuff from the merchants. But another thing is you get deathweed seeds. Deathweeds are blooming during Blood Moon. So I went over to the Crimson biome over there and beat up a few things and managed to eventually get some 2 deathweed and their seeds, which you saw there, total of 5 seeds. And I decided to hang out there with my nifty, nasty sapphire staff, which kicked butt. I almost survived the whole night in the Crimson biome with a blood moon going, which is a pretty big deal. I got a lot of money. By the time I got my loot back, I figured since I was already over there, I might as well keep going and explore a little bit more. So I kept going, lots of snow, then just a forest with a big giant tree. Then yet another Crimson biome. Fairly large one because it's been spread until it ran against some natural barriers. Around here there's some stone, and there's like, can't jump this gap. But then there's also this place, which is like some kind of castle place with some old guy here, and I didn't talk to him because I didn't want to do that off camera. And then there's a desert, and all the way to an ocean. And I drowned once there, but I got a whole bunch of coral from down there. I think that means we've just about explored the whole place. There's probably just some ocean that way. And I've also extended this quite a ways. I believe I figured out why I wasn't getting as much loot at the beginning as I'm used to. Or well, used to. I've only played one more world, but yeah, used to. As I was expecting, I should say. Right now, we are 384 feet above ground, so not until I get way down there am I actually considered below ground and start getting good loot. I think that's why we have so little, or it took us so long to get the better metals. But while I was getting the gold, I also got enough silver to make a helmet and some greaves. I also made a watch from a chain and some copper ingots, which tells me the time to the nearest hour. And let's see. That stuff. This is where we're at in that stuff. Bit of iron. Not much gold. I guess I can be heading down. Let's see. Do we have... Let's see. Quick stack. Oh, I like that button because it just shoves everything in there. Let's see. I have some food. I have some regeneration potions. I do not need those bricks. Actually, I'm going to buy, if he has it, you. I want to buy a piggy bank. This acts like an inner chest, but I can also use it for extra storage, which is a continuing problem when I'm going caving. This is just awesome. I cannot get over how great this is. Let's see. We will just move you up. I've also been practicing with the sapphire hook a bit. Getting used to that. So right, where was I? The way this game works is there are certain progression triggers. I don't claim to know what many of them are, but I do know a handful of them. And what that means is that certain things will not happen until you... See, look at that. Isn't that just awesome? Certain things won't happen until you do some other thing. For instance, the blood moon, I believe, as I said earlier, you have to find some life crystals and increase your health to some value before that happens. One thing I also want to check is if this golden pickaxe will mine that red glowy ore that we weren't able to mine, I think it was last time? Or the time before last? It's around here somewhere. Some more blink root. What was I saying? Right, progression triggers. So the health one for Blood Moon. Oh crap, another one of those guys. Die. Let's see. Seriously? There we go. Get some light going. I think it's this way. I'm just never going to finish the sentence. Don't worry about me. There it is. Ah, I got you. Okay, please let me mine this. Yes. That's what I wanted to happen. I've changed some settings with Frap, so hopefully it will work a little bit better. Hopefully the video's a little bit better too. Okay. Let's try for like the 13th time to finish this sentence with progression triggers. So where we are now, I think, is the only progression trigger we've pretty much, that I know of, have completed is, oops, has to do with our health and possibly our mana. The next trigger is maybe one of multiple things, but I believe the next trigger is something in the Crimson area. How did I get out of here? Guess I go back up. And that is... I know what it is in the corrupt biome, but since this is the first time I've seen the crimson biome, I'm not entirely certain if it's the same. But in the corrupt biome, it is, you have to destroy these kind of orb things that contain loot. And once you do that, it allows certain other things to start happening. Such as, I think, bosses, possibly. Depending on how many you've destroyed. I know bosses. I'm not sure if one of them unlocks any bosses, but... got that one too. But I do know that 3 of them will unlock one boss, I think. At least 3 of the... yeah, that's going to be useful. 3 of the corrupt ones do. I'm not sure about the other ones. But before we can go, like, take on Crimson slash corruption area, we need to get some gold. We need gold tools and preferably gold armor. That is the recommended stuff. Also, some more potions would be useful. This is where I kind of stopped. I did go down this way and got... those guys are kind of hard. The cobwebs seem to be growing back. I don't know why. It doesn't seem like there's a great deal to do with cobwebs, but it's there. Okay. So now then we're going to be a bit more careful. Because this is all new stuff. What was I saying? Right, progression triggers. So what we're doing now, down here, is we want to get enough stuff that we can advance into the Crimson and break at least one of those orbs, assuming they exist. Let's see, let's try this. Is that another dungeon? Looks like it. Awesome. Let's see, can we get... It'll be kind of hard. Let's try there, to there. Ooh, silver. So it was worth it. There we go. Right, so we need gold, at least enough for some armor, which is quite a lot. I might try it with silver if I can get some good potions ready. Ouch, that was bad. Let's get... go ahead and drink a restoration potion. Because that'll increase your health regen. Whoa. That is not what I wanted to do. Come on. The auto select thing doesn't always work how I want it to. What is... okay, copper? Okay, I'll take that, I guess, even though I really don't need it. I think I've used... I guess I could make stuff to sell. Would be one way to use it. I have gold for a suit of armor, or something fancy to help with that. Another option is to try a boss fight. I looked up what those vertebrates that I have been getting from the Crimson guys do, and apparently you can craft something at those glowy things that we had in an earlier episode, or the first episode, that I didn't know it did. Let's see, let's put that there and that there. And if you do so, what happens is you get an item that if you use that in the Crimson, it will summon some kind of boss. Jellyfish! That's actually good, I think. Ouch. Gold. Oh, right. That is pretty nice. Suspicious looking eye. I'm not sure if we can actually use that. Another magic mirror, really? That's pretty rare. And a whole gold coin? Wow. Some gesture arrows. This is a nice chest. How deep are we? 786? Iron down there. Gotcha. Some stuff over here, including a door. Ah! You let the fishy in. Okay, so that's the way out. I want to get this iron first, because we do need iron continually. As we need that for iron skin potions. Right, I was talking about the vertebrate. So you make this thing that you can summon a boss, which is actually the Crimson version of the Eye of Cthulhu. Which I keep pressing E to go into inventory. Which that summons if you're in the corruption. I'm not sure if they're interchangeable or not. That's a fair amount of iron too. Which is good because we need it. And from the boss we get more of the Crimtane ore, which we can use to make quite some nice stuff. Originally, when I read the patch notes, I thought that Crimson and Corruption and Crimtane ore and Demonic ore are pretty much the exact same thing with just a different name and skin. But that is in fact not the case. In fact, the Crimson, or Crimtane, whatever, I'm just gonna call it Crimson. I should be exploring this a little bit better. Let's go ahead and get some air. The Crimson ore actually makes quite a bit better weapons, like fairly significantly better. There we go. Some more air. Always afraid of drowning. Looks like there's someone down there waiting to have a bath. Compared to Demonite ore, the Crimson ore makes higher damaging weapons. The armor has the same defenses, but different buffs, and I think maybe I would prefer the Corruption Demon armor more than the Crimson armor, simply because the Demon armor has a speed buff, And the Crimson armor instead has a health regeneration buff, which I don't know. I think I would prefer the speed buff. But what do I know? I think that this pattern actually applies to... Is that more? That's silver. I don't think I actually need any more silver. Well, I guess I could make some silver tools. The... What's I saying? The, armor? Yeah, speed buff. And I don't think we're going to be able to get it now. Unless we can buy the stuff and then summon the eye things, which may be possible. I think it said somewhere that you could create corruption in a world that has crimson, but you couldn't do the reverse. And I think there's one of the merchants under certain circumstances, like in the Blood Moon, you can purchase seeds to plant corruption. Maybe, I'm not sure about that. I also don't know if there's any kind of crimson version of the vile mushroom, which I think is also used to spread corruption, and possibly crimson. I've actually spent a lot of the time while I was waiting for stuff to render reading the wiki, so I have a lot of new questions, as you may have noticed. Ooh, another chest. Excellent. The color changed. I wonder why. Gravity potions and more gold. Ah! Double jump. And we can move faster. I think I'll take that. More gold? Wow, this is nice. Yeah, we'll take the chest too. I like the gold chests. I think they look nice. So this must be like a different biome. It looks like a corrupt biome though. I think that's what the purpley color is. Don't ask me why I am mining the copper. It's just a habit. I don't want to leave it. But I can get myself a little air pocket there. I think there might be some more stuff down there too. Nope. We need to find out where to go from here. Let's do that. Right. We haven't had no gold ore, but we found quite a lot of gold ingots anyway. I think. Yeah, 12, so that's almost double what I found so far in this world. I think my total before today was 15. So there's got to be... I hear zombies, and I do not know where they're at. Sounds like they might be over that way. Oh yeah, I can double jump. Whee! That's pretty interesting. So what should I do now? Oh yeah, I also got, between episodes, a demolitionist showed up. So I can buy explosives now if I want to. Some of them are kind of expensive, but let's check the map actually. First let's get here and see if the map shows us any clues. Something over that way. Maybe we should head there? We know there's something this way though. And I really want to find it. There's also something up here. I think... Is that anything special? Doesn't look like it. What about you? Nope. I think I'm going to do a bit of exploratory mining and be right back. Okay, I found something at least. What is this? Diamonds! Diamonds! We have diamonds! That's impressive. I wonder if I could make a diamond grappling hook thingy. I wonder if it's worth it to make a diamond grappling hook thingy. Probably means that we're... There's a pot there. Ready, or reaching the next tier of ore. Maybe. Though I don't know what it is. I don't think there is actually a next tier of ore that we can mine. So I don't know what we're reaching. Maybe just more gold? Oh, there's that. That's something. Life crystal for the win. I think we're probably at maximum life now. I wonder if that triggers anything. I'm liking that. Let's see, is there anything in there? Nope. Try over here. Some stuff. Okay. Looks like there's something maybe down there, yeah. That looks like iron. More cape bats. Let's see. It's still purple watery stuff though. Just checking out to see if there's anything like in the walls. So far we haven't had much ores still. Let's see, let's check. Shouldn't have done that way. That was kind of dangerous. Okay, do I want to go down or do I want to go over there? Decisions, decisions. Hi, it's you. It looked like there was maybe... Definitely a potion or a pot there. There we go. I guess we could just dig straight through, can't we? Let's see what's over here before we make up our mind. Is that a different... Yeah, that's a different texture. So this is also... Ooh, there's some gold. Good thing we went this way then. Oops. Come on. Come on, you auto-select thing. Part of me is thinking maybe it's not wise to bother with the silver, but then another part of me, oh, we might need it. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Like I said, still getting used to that. All the new equipment that I'm getting. Faster than I can get used to the hotkeys. Apparently there's something down there. That is a fair amount of gold, too. I wish I knew what these biomes were. I wish there was some way to tell you on the map or something. That would be useful, I think. Like, you can look in Minecraft to see. Maybe if we do the F keys. No, nothing through there. Let's see. 3. Get that guy out of the way. Okay, there's a jellyfish down there, so definitely this goes down for a while. Now I'm torn about which way to go, though. Though maybe this doesn't go anywhere. If that's the case, this is a pretty small biome. It looks like there might be something up. Yeah, there's something that way, but it's a different biome anyway. So I don't know. Maybe it goes down? I did not want to go there. Just mine what we can from here. Then we'll go over. So how much gold do we need, in fact? Bars we need, I think, 25, 20, and 30. So 75, and then that's not counting the staff, which is another 10. And I don't know how many a sword would be. I'm not even sure if we're going to bother with a sword. Based on what I've seen on the... Whoa, what? Did you just shoot me? You did, you bastard. Let's try one of these. There it is. Sneaky pressure plates. Am I already full? Okay. It's time for you. Actually, I think we need... Let's do that there. We have to put this on a table, don't we? Or flat surface of some type. We will drop the painting for now. Then we will plop you down. I'm hoping this works. I don't actually know if it's going to or not. Then we will plop you on top of it. Then we'll right click you, and there we go. So all of our loot. Get rid of one of those. Don't need the topaz, that. We won't be using those or that. It's odd that the game pauses while you're looking in your inventory, but not when you're looking at the map, which has caused some confusion for me. And by confusion, I mean deaths. Let's see, how much stuff can we offload? Diamonds, definitely. We'll probably just get more of those, but we won't get more of those. Won't be using that. Okay, we must have a max stack of those. My voice is giving out. Okay, let's see what we'll pick up. Whoa, that's wire? What am I doing? Can I collect the wire? I guess not. But I did not know you could see it like that. Though I should get rid of that. Yeah, I don't want to be carrying that around. I don't need to carry that around. I might need the bucket at some point for something. Probably won't need these. I don't think I'm going to need that either. Oh my goodness. Possibly I'll need these. We'll carry them around just in case. So that is how you can use a piggy bank to get more space. Whoops. There we go, that's what I want to do. Now I'm confused about which way to go again. Let me mine this ore and I'll be right back. Probably getting tired of watching me mine ores. Okay, we feel an evil presence watching me. That is the message for the eye thing. I'm a bit confused now. Because we don't have any corruption. So how does that work? Oh, I've been... Whoops. Continuing to explore and not really found much. Well, I found a little bit more gold up there. I guess that's something. And the mobs are starting to get a little bit thick. Let's see, back to that. Please die. Supposedly you can get some bones from something. I would think it would be from skeletons, but not those kind. But I can't reach. Oh, there. Just destroy my own torch. This water everywhere is kind of annoying. More silver. I don't know if I should go up and look for an eye thing or what. I really just don't know what to do now. Other than dig. We have another path that we can take down here that I haven't explored. So maybe I'll go that direction? I'm not sure. How are we set on gold, by the way? Inventory is escape. 44, so that's more than 10. I think it's 4 gold. Not sure if it's 4 or 3. But I think it's 4. I don't know what we're going to do. I think I'm going to mine out this silver and think about it for a little bit. We have an undead miner, and he has a helmet which has revealed quite a bit of cave, including some more gold. I think we'll probably end up heading back up that way. How deep are we, by the way? Just over 1,000 feet? Okay, that was not the best idea. I wonder if he's going to drop his helmet. Drop some bombs. Am I out of torches? Why did you throw that? Okay. Let's see. We will stone block and more stuff down too. Let's go get that gold first before we forget about it. Oops. Quite a fair amount. Let's see. There. Nice of him to show us this. Which we rewarded by ending his suffering. Let's see. That. Not a whole lot has been happening. I think. I was expecting this to be a little bit more exciting, but so far things have not been as interesting as I hoped. The new lands aren't all that different from the old lands. Let's see. So let me check the time on this. Okay, it has been way too long. So I'm going to end this here and continuing looking around off camera. If I run into something particularly interesting, I will start recording the next episode there. If not, maybe we'll go look to see if that boss has spawned or not, or something like that. But if you like, subscribe if you're not. Thanks for watching. See you next time.